Chisora and Wilder won't like me saying this. And with that warning, Johnny Nelson dropped a bombshell that instantly shook the boxing world. Fans expected safe analysis, but Nelson went the other way, offering a brutally honest take that challenged popular narratives around both fighters. While many celebrate their toughness and power, Nelson pointed to uncomfortable truths about timing, damage, and hard career realities. The contrast was stark. Fan admiration versus insider realism. His words didn't come from disrespect, but from experience earned in the ring. Whether you agree or not, Nelson's comments force a deeper conversation. And once you hear them, it's hard to look at Chisora and Wilder the same way again. Champions are not born. They're forged. This isn't about hype. This is about pressure. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Respect isn't given. It's in blood. Boxing King Media. We're back. Episode 5 of The Uncomfortable Truth. Johnny's still alive. No hitman yet. Somehow survived 4 episodes. Upset a few people along the way. And here we are again with our Sunday blast for the week. Johnny, how you doing? I'm good. It's been one of those weeks where boxing just keeps throwing things at you. Some good news, some wild news, some hilarious stuff, and some things that make you stop and think. I'm sure we're going to get into all of it. Before we dive in, I want to say this properly. Last week we mentioned that we're open to brand partners, people who want to be involved in the podcast, whether that's sponsorship, collaboration, or building something long-term. The response was mad. A lot of people reached out. Some solid companies, some interesting ideas. Now, just to be clear, and I'll say it again, we don't mess with gambling companies, and we don't mess with alcohol brands. Boxing already attracts enough of that, so we had to turn a few people away. But there are some really good conversations happening behind the scenes, and that's flattering. It shows people are listening. So if anyone else wants to talk, drop us a message on Instagram or email us. We're open to the right things. Now, let's talk about the maddest moment of the week. Gerald Miller. Listen, I don't think boxing has laughed this hard in a long time. The question is simple. Are you buying his story? Mom's house, bleach, accident, the whole thing? I'm going to be honest with you. I've spent time around Gerald. I filmed a documentary with him when he became Muslim. I've looked back at that footage. You couldn't tell. But here's the thing. Don't be deceived. When you start losing your hair, especially as a man, denial is real. You don't want to admit it. You don't want anyone else to notice. You try everything. You convince yourself it's not happening. I've been there. When it finally goes, you're in the headlights, panic mode. And when that moment came for Gerald, he had to say something. The problem is, he said 2 different things in 48 hours. When I saw his head, I thought, man, you're bald. Accept it. Bald people know bald people. You're not fooling anyone. I remember doing a show once, phone in my back pocket, and it buzzed while we were on camera. Message from James Cook. God rest his soul. He said, Johnny, you're going bald. I can see your skull. That was it. Next day, no cover-up, no tricks. Just gone. So Gerald, Baby Miller, bald people knew. And now everyone knows. The toupee didn't work. But I'll say this. The positivity he's received is crazy. He's gone viral. Jimmy Kimmel. All of it. Boxing works in mysterious ways. He's got to suck it up and embrace it. Let me ask you this though. If you had the option, would you fly to Turkey for a transplant? Or do what Miller did? Me? Neither. I thought about a transplant for about 5 minutes. Then I said, nah, I'll deal with it. That's life. Now, That same show gave us a boxing masterclass from Shocker Stevenson. Absolute levels. We saw Conor Ben in New York. But the real talking point wasn't even the fight. It was the chaos around it. Conor in the ring, Eddie Hearn, Joe Gallagher. People talking about Usyk, Bivol, Better Be, all of it. The internet had opinions. As always, here's my take. The cynics will say Eddie set it up. Maybe, but the fact is Shocker called Conor out. You can't blame Eddie. You can't blame Conor. If someone calls your name in front of the world, what are you supposed to do? Say no and look scared? Conor had to step in. He had no choice. Now the argument about rehydration clauses. That's where it gets real. My advice to Conor is simple. If you want to dance, dance on your floor. Shocker is a technician. If you put yourself at a disadvantage, you're playing his game. Conor is strong, aggressive, physical. Take that away from him, and you're asking for trouble. But here's what people aren't talking about. Conor Ben is known in America now. Whether they rate him or not, they know him. Fighters are calling him out. Crawford's talking to him. He's everywhere. That doesn't happen by accident. People giving him stick need to understand something. Attention is currency. The Yanks want that UK energy. The noise, the chaos, the pressure. Conor represents that. Love him or hate him, he's baited the hook. Now, let's talk belts. Shocker Stevenson and the WBC situation. Stripped. Fees. Allegedly $100,000. Whether the exact number is right or not, the principle matters. When I was WBO champion, sanctioning fees weren't crazy. 2, 3%. You knew the deal before you stepped in the ring. But over time, these governing bodies have got greedy, and greed undermines authority. The more this happens, the less valuable these belts become. Let's break the money down so people actually understand.